Jazz. Okay, so the other 2 dug holes and Sofia pees in it. You guys are so weird. Good morning, everybody. Today we have a super big, awesome day planned. Today we are gonna be driving 2.5 hours north of Toronto to the wilderness to pick up the kid that I babysit. He's also my friend, but we're gonna go pick him up from camp. He's been there for a month. I thought that I would bring the dogs along because he loves them, and I thought that would be a really good surprise for him. So I have Jazz here, already eager to go, and Django in the back. So we're gonna go on a little bit of a road trip and we're gonna go pick him up. Then when we get back, we're gonna be picking up Sofia the Shar-Pei, who you guys may have seen in some of my other videos, but she is staying with us for a few days. So I'm gonna have 3 dogs in my house this weekend. It's going to be crazy. Stay tuned, if for nothing else, just to make sure that I survive. Okay, bye. We went to go pick up BK, and I didn't film any of it because there was so much excitement and all these things happening, and I was getting a tour of the camp and all of that, so I didn't film any of it. But now we are in a town that's about an hour outside of the camp, and I'm just walking the dogs around before we have to drive all the way back to Toronto. We're now further away from Toronto, so I think it's about like 3 or 3.5 hours. We're at Huntsville, which is by Algonquin Park, and we're gonna be driving back. So I'm just walking them around the town. We're gonna get some food, get some more gas, and then we're gonna head out again. Are you thirsty, buddy? Is it hot out? Yes. I legit feel like I've been driving forever. I'm going a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. Or a lot of bit. Okay, so we made it. I've got the 3 dogs. I have Sofia and Jazz and Django. I just picked up Sofia and it was crazy. So Jazz, as I knew was gonna happen, had a huge bark fest and barked at Sofia a bunch, and I had a really hard time trying to figure out how to get them all in the car because Jazz was not having it. So I ended up putting Sofia in the front, and then I put Django in the middle, and then I put Jazz in the very, very back, which she obviously jumped up into the middle seat. And then I just tied them all into place so that they wouldn't all just try to bark and jump and play with each other. And now we're on the way to the dog park before going home so that they can get out some energy, so I can hopefully maybe sort of kind of have an okay chill night and they don't just try to play the entire time. So that's on the docket for us. Are you excited? I don't know how we made it through that car ride alive. And now they're getting along. Who knew? Get in there. We made it back. I just want to sit down and talk with you guys for a minute because I feel like today, like this whole vlog has just been all over the place because that has been the day. It's been one of those days that is just all over the place. So I just want to sit down and talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on. So I have Sofia here with me for the weekend. That means that I have 3 dogs in my house. I have my dog Django, I have Jazz, my foster dog, and then Sofia, who I'm dog sitting. So that's a lot of dogs. I never have that many dogs because it's kind of crazy, but we're trying it out. Sofia and Django know each other. It was just Jazz. So I was a little bit worried about that, but I feel like she's doing really well and they're getting along, so that's really promising. So yay, it's gonna be a good weekend. So when I pick up a dog, immediately, as soon as I pick them up, whether the dogs know each other or not, I immediately will bring them to the dog park or I'll take them for a dog walk. And the reason that I do that is I feel like it's just better for developing and building relationships between the dogs. If I take them immediately back to my house, I just feel like, you know, being inside, it's kind of trapping for them. So being outside, you know, they're allowed to run around and play and develop a bond, and it's just a lot better if we start the dog sitting off like that. So I will always do that. Again, I never really have 3 dogs. I used to, when I worked for the dog walking company, I used to always have 2 or 3 dogs. It was really rare if I only had 1 or even 0. Super rare. I was dog sitting so much, but I obviously stopped doing that because it was just too stressful having dogs coming and going all the time. Now I like to know the dogs that are going to be coming into my house, especially because I have Django and now I have Jazz, the foster dog. It just makes it a lot easier and less stressful for me. So I'm going to be having the dogs for this entire weekend, and how I kind of survive that, how I'm okay with having 3 dogs in my 1-bedroom apartment, is I just make sure that I clear my schedule completely. So that's what I've done in this case. So apart from little things like if I have to go run and get some groceries or something like that, I have completely cleared my schedule. So I am 100% devoted to these guys for this entire weekend, which means we're gonna be doing a lot of walks, we're gonna be together a lot, and it's gonna be great. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and being a part of this whole entire process of me dog sitting and being all over the place. Thank you for that. If you haven't already, then please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I do vlogs like this, but I also do how-to videos and dog walking videos and a bunch of different stuff. So make sure that you subscribe and tune into the next video to see how this weekend is gonna go.